working. Bit of a random live. I'm going to see if I can get a table set up here. Hold on a tick. Little bit of a random live to get some table painting done. So I thought, why not? Let's do it on camera. Let's turn that around. All right, so first up, let's remove. So I have got some more track coming from Carrera. So I thought I'd better start prepping. I better start prepping the tables, which I'm going to paint them red for now to see what that looks like. So I thought, in my wisdom, I'll do a test run. And hopefully we get this off in one piece. Yes, we can. Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right, so we got him off. Let's have a look. Morning, legends. Hopefully, you can hear what I'm doing. I'm about to paint the Carrera table because we've got some more track coming. So I thought I'll start painting the table up. And then we'll run some cars around the wood routed track. But I just want to see how this paint looks. Let's have a quick look. Oh. So let's have a quick look. Oh, she's thick. It's very thick. So we're going to try and paint the table red because the track's going to stay black. So I want to see what it actually comes out like. Now this has a primer in it already, but I'm interested to see how the red looks. Now being a Carrera plastic track, I'm hoping this pops. And I've got some more tables coming so I can change up the layout. So, if you are joining me, thank you. We are doing some more painting. This is actually coming out a little bit pink. I think once we get a couple of coats down, it'll look all right. So I'm going to go ahead and paint one table first, just to see if we like the look of it. Let it dry, set the track up, and then see how the red comes up. Because I think red with black track on top, it should pop, and being Carrera track, I think this is probably the best way to represent the brand. Because I believe we have some more track coming, which will allow me to change up the layout. And if you are just joining, I will get out we got a delivery yesterday from Axel Box, so thank you, Alex. And I'll have a quick look at that with you guys today after we slap down a coat of what appears to be pink. Trust me, it's red. Let me see how the connection's going. We're on Starlink, so I'm hoping it's good. Can I see anything? I don't know if I can see anything. Hold on a tick. Live chat. Can I see it? It won't show me. Live chat, here we go. Let me see. Go, Richard. Cheers, guys. I'm just painting the Carrera table up because we've got some more track coming. I've only got a sample pot, so it's only got enough to paint one table, but I do want to see how it dries up so we can then represent Carrera with its own table setup. And then I've got to start setting up the Axel Box Ultra 4, which looks exciting. And I really hope the audio's coming through. If I can get an audio check, I'm a little bit far from the camera. So these tables will be moved around. At the moment, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tables. These will be moved around to change layout. That's why I want to try and keep it one colour, no grass or whatever it may be, because if we do change it for each season, which we will be, I want to make sure I can utilise the tables in every different angle. I will pop over and have a look at the chat in a tick. And I'll also give you a look around. We've been getting some stuff done. the wood routed track is coming along good. I'm about to set up another scaletric track because I believe I've got a heap of their stuff coming as well. So you're going to get some more content very soon. I've just been limiting the content that goes out. I guess you can say prioritising what goes out. I've had a heap of help from Dave. Dave here in Melbourne. Thank you, Dave. He's been helping me with the track. I think we're going to do some more R&R tomorrow, which will probably go live tomorrow because he's made up a little device that's going to help me clean up the guide slot, which we'll talk about that in a tick as well. A little bit of a spontaneous live. I haven't been going live for a while. I was in the shed and I was about to start painting and I thought, let's watch paint dry, episode 2. All right, so that's... Now, I don't know how that's coming up on camera. But hopefully it's going to look good because the Carrera track is black. And this is to sort of represent Carrera. I might even get a stencil and write the name. Oh, hold on, Tip. We've got a delivery. We've got a delivery. Yeah. Hello, mate.
Another one for you today.
Cheers.
No worries. Have a good one.
Thanks, mate. Oh, Charlie. And just like that, we got a surprise delivery, which if I know what this is, the person doesn't want it to be seen on camera. So, got a little surprise delivery. I think I know what it is. The good old guard dog. She lets me know when people are here. All right. So, first coat is almost done. And let's see if I can get the rest of this. Now, I've only gone with the sample pot because I don't really want to commit to 4 litres of whatever this red is, and it has got a primer in it, so a couple of coats and it should start looking more of a red. But that is the first one done. So there we go. What's it look like on camera? Yeah, it looks pretty bright on camera. It looks very bright on camera. So my goal is to paint them all red because, as you can see, with the Carrera banner, I try to match the red itself and we actually got pretty close. Yeah, it looks a bit pink now on camera, but we're going to try and paint all the track tables in red to represent Carrera, and then hopefully the black pops on top. So once that dries, I will put the track on top, but it's going to be pretty much a big Carrera track. I actually should start doing, how much paint do we have? Let's have a quick look. How much paint do we have? Oh, we've got half a tub. We can probably do one more. Yeah, let's do one more. So I'll put you guys back up and we'll start tearing down. G'day, Slucker Daddy. How are you, mate? Just doing some painting for the Carrera track, bud. So I thought, chuck the camera on whilst I'm doing it and get some of this done whilst I've got some time. It's been, I won't lie, I've been flat out outside of the channel lately, so I haven't had much time to do any of this. But I think this week we'll be able to get some more stuff done in the slot shed. So, choice of red. Ooh, do we like it? I don't know. Let's move all this stuff. And then I've got to try and put some bays up for the new axle box, which we'll have a look at that in a tick. But the new axle box has arrived, the Ultra 4 with 6 driver bays, which is exciting. So once I get the instructions on how to wire that up, we'll get that done. But I'm just waiting on those instructions to be sent because there's a bit of work involved. But again, if I can do it, which we haven't yet, but if I can do it, anyone can do it, because if you watch the channel, you know I'm not the greatest when it comes to DIY. So we're going to try and, I think we'll get some of this one done now. There's the camera car, heavy camera car. So we need to take apart only some of the track, not all of it. So that should come apart quite easily. I hope. There we go. So we'll remove that. Remove that. Now these aren't permanent tables, so that's why I'm only going with one colour, because I'm going to have to move them around to suit different layouts. Looks like some of the track that I'm receiving is going to allow us to build a pretty decent sized track, and I'm going to focus on Carrera Digital when it comes to a club style track. I think we're going to stay single lane, well 2 lane, obviously it holds 2 cars, because the 4-laner will probably take a lot of work to get that going. All right, does this just come out? Let's go, yes. Right, so we can pull that apart, and there we go. Second table ready. See if I'm missing anything. Now, let's have a quick look. Yeah, I think it's, I mean, on camera, I just had a look on camera now, just making sure it looks all right. It's coming up very bright, very, very bright on camera. So I'm hoping we've chosen the right red. I'm going to just use it all, because there was multiple reds to choose out of, and trying to do the Carrera red was a bit tricky, but let's go with this for now. And then I can start throwing some skirting up around the tables to make it look professional. But I'm hoping, and being a sample pot, it's only enough to get sort of some lay coat down just to have an idea. So I think I will go and get 4 litres of it and then give it a good old painting, but that might be next week, a next week task. But today was just to see, put some paint down and see what it looks like. I've also been working on the Lego space, because I've got a lot of toys to put on display, and I've had some people visit, which has been good. We've had some visitors come to the slot shed and have a look at the tracks, and yeah, it's been eventful. And whilst I'm here, if you are in Australia, I think, remember MND. It's been a very busy week for MND. We had a big football game on. My mate was lucky enough to be the coin flicker, so to raise awareness. So we've been busy with a lot of support around him the last week or so, which has been exciting. Get the word out there. It's actually looking all right. Again, on camera, it's probably come out really red, or maybe pink. I don't think the phone's going to pick it up exactly how it is. But I think once we put down the black track, it should really pop, and on camera it should be appealing, but we'll find that out the hard way, I guess, once we paint them. And then the other wood, I've got wood on the wall, so I'm thinking about doing the whole internal of the shed black, keeping it nice and dark and clean. So I will have to start painting the walls in here. And then I've got to get a concrete polish machine so I can polish the concrete on the other side of the shed, so I can start getting some RC stuff happening, because I do miss RC drifting. So you might see some RC drifting on the second channel. It's been good just doing other stuff, getting out of the weeds when it comes to the slot car world and just having fun with it. So we are going to run out of paint, but that's okay. That's okay. And then eventually I'll line the outside of the tables with some rubber, just so you don't get caught in them. But these will all be moved around. They're not in their final form. We will move them around. But we are going to run out of paint very soon, so I'll have to go buy some more. And I'll tell you what, it has been freezing in the shed, so I haven't really had a chance to get out here at night time to get stuff done, because it has been, well, we're into winter now, and it's very cold in Melbourne, very cold. Extremely cold. I think that's all the paint. I think we've run it all. Can I get any more out of the little tub? Can we? Oh no, we've got some more. Come on. It's amazing how much paint are in these sample pots. When we've almost painted the cover coat on, 2 big bits piece of wood. All right, I think that's enough. Let me put that down. Let's get that painted. So I'm still waiting on some cameras. The cameras, I actually sent some cameras back. They were no good for fast action. And if you have seen the latest Camcar video, I did originally put up as FPV because I was running a screen, but if I'm honest, I wasn't really driving from the screen. Hence why I didn't really add it into the video itself, because it was very hard to drive from a screen whilst marshalling. So the FPV side of it wasn't really what I should have went with. But it was FPV, it just wasn't with goggles. So I will try and sort out a better way to view it through. I've actually got some FPV glasses, as long as it links up to, which it might actually link up to that camera. So I'll have to have a look. I actually got some FPV glasses that might work. But again, with marshalling, it's very hard to look through a screen or goggles whilst driving a slot car, because they are flying. So we might get some more of that kind of footage on the channel, especially with some digital racing. Have the pace car out there. I'm actually looking at some micro cameras. At least you have with micro cameras, you're really up to 1080p at the moment, which is all you really need, but you need a fast rate. So, 100, 120 frames per second, just to make sure that you're getting a smooth rate. Where I was filming in 2.7K, but unfortunately the PC didn't want to render very quickly at that rate. So that's why I sort of filmed it at 1080p and kept it down to 60 frames. And that allowed me to edit it a lot easier on my laptop without upgrading it. It takes a lot of horsepower to render some of these videos, and something like that, which was filmed. Can we get that off? Ooh. Actually, hold on, we can. There we go. So I don't think we're going to be able to paint the whole entire table, but I think we'll get there. So I think once you've got some black curtains around the track as border curtains, I think it should look all right. I mean, I do want to paint the Carrera track, but it's not really showing you what it's like out of the box. So if I leave the track black, and hopefully this looks okay. What else is going on? We've got, I believe we've got version 4 of the, and that's done. And that is done. I believe we've got version 4 of the True Earth, the old full Earth car, coming soon, which will be exciting to test. And now it is hailing outside. Let's have a look. Have I missed anything? Yeah, Gale Force Road. It's paint times 2. So let's have a quick look. I'm going to take you guys off this and put you on a different pedestal, because we'll have a look at the, while that dries. So, as you can see, it's probably coming up, it's definitely brighter on screen. It's definitely, let's have a quick look if I miss anything. Should be good with the second coat. Yeah, I believe with the second coat. Digital, how many cars are you going to run at the same time? 6, mate, 6 cars. Yeah, the colour is coming up on camera like hot red. It's not actually that, it's really not that colour. I think because you're getting some, if I put my hand there, that's probably the true colour where the shadow is. It's a darker red, but you guys are getting a full-blown version of it. Let's have a quick look at the track, and then I'll sit down and we'll have a look at some stuff. I've started doing some painting, test painting on the table itself. We're going to go full black around the outside of the table. I still have to do some skinning, which I think this week I can get some time to do it. The track itself is up and running. Power's really good. I'll clean it off and we'll run some cars soon. We've got some BRMs to run. And let me just quickly turn off the Bluetooth. So there we go. And then I'm getting some shelving still put up inside here. We've got all the Lego going up. Got to fix the roof. Lego's going up, lots of speed champions. I've still got some more shelving to put up, which I'll do next week once the budget kicks back in, because I've got heaps more Lego to put all the way around. And then this middle section has been left to do power. So I'm going to have the tyre truer. I'll have all my batteries charging here. And of course, we're going to have the drag strip for the HO. But there we go. It's coming up. I think that's going to look okay. There's the red. And then once the track's down, I actually want to put some track on there, but it's going to get covered in paint. Actually, let's get a bit of track, because I should have some old track lying around. Here we go. Let's get some old track and have a look, because we want to have a look. Yeah, that's going to pop. That's going to pop. I think that's going to look all right. So I think that's going to look all right. And we've moved around. It's been a while since I've gone live, so you probably haven't seen all this. I've moved around all the cupboards. So we've got all the cupboards over here. This spot here at the moment is staying open because these tables will move eventually. I'm going to polish this section of the shed to do some RC stuff. This is for the review I'm about to do for the AFX. Got the Scalatric track that I can build up here. And this just leaves this area open for activities. What have we got? What else can I show before we have a look at the axle box? Maybe not much, but let's have a quick look at the axle box. Let me clear some space. Yeah, that wood track, I tell you what, Quick Tracks has done a stellar job. It's a beautiful track. At the moment we're working on, now that the paint's settled, we're actually going through all of the slots, and once you paint a wood routed track, I don't know if you can see in here though, but you're going to get some high burbs. So the seal goes down, the paint goes down, and there's always wood chips or dust. So at the moment in some of the actual slots is like this, and it's not Quick Track's fault, that's my fault. So yeah, it's coming there. I've got to take off all the borders, so they'll be all done soon. But let's put a camera up and we'll bring over the axle box and have a quick look at that before I get back into some. I'll actually go to the hardware shop and get some painting. So let's put you guys on here. I don't want to make you sick. Don't worry about the likes, mate. It's always changing. No, don't worry about the likes. I just appreciate people watching. And if I'm honest, you probably noticed that the channel has had some slowdown because I've just been getting other stuff done. I've been putting my time into other projects at the moment, just to make sure. So let's have a quick look at the old axle box, and I'll bring over two of these puppies. So we've got these. Let's clear some space. Now I have slowed down recording at the moment. It's been crazy in the backside of life. I've gone and got my private investigator's license, which I'm waiting for. So there's some professional stuff happening in the background, and unfortunately slot cars don't pay the bills, so it has to can I turn that around? Yes, I can. So let's turn that around so I can see everyone and show what we're looking at. There we go. So yes. So there's only two in the world at the moment. Myself and Alex has got them. So let's have a look at these. He sent the driver's box. I've got 6 of these. We have to rewire. I'm waiting for some instructions to wire them up, which goes into the latest. And he's done a good job with the print. With the print, he's doing a really good job. As you can see on the back here, each one of these will wire itself into it. Once I've got the instructions, I'll do a full video, because there is going to be, this could handle up to 4 lanes. But at the moment, I've got a cracker open. Inside is all your wiring to get everything put up onto the CU. So I have to take out my old axle box and put the new one in. But I've got to admit, having a single switch from, and I believe it's going to be analog digital, that's all you do. Having a single switch, I think, is much better than having 2 separate buttons. So this, I think, is a really big step up from him. Again, there's only 2 of these at the moment. So once I can do the install, you'll be able to see what you're looking at. Secondly, all the drivers' bays have a driver stop. So you can actually, a call button. If you've come off, you can hit the call button, release it, starts again. You've also got yourself a start stop, so you can start the race, off you go. And secondly, you've got the pace car, so you can set up the pace car, which would be interesting because the Carrera project, I've been working on some pace car stuff, and it's hard because you only have 1 pace car. So we'll see what happens there. So that's it at the moment. I have a quick look at the track one more time, and then I better go to the hardware shop and get some more paint so we can finish off the track, because we want to get some stuff done in the shed. So that's the axle box. We've got 6 of these in different colors. They're looking really good. I'll do a full video on these very soon. Got yellow as well, and of course, there's a close-up of the boxes. On top right, like the stream, just for everyone to know. P&W, don't worry about it, mate. It's all good, brother. I was in the shed. I thought I'd turn the camera on whilst I was painting. I think it's starting to quiet down a bit. You can't actually see that it's not that bright. That's crazy bright. That's really crazy bright. We've also got some reviews coming up of the 3 Revo Ferraris. Tomorrow I'm doing a bit of a working bee on the wood-routed track, which I'll set up now. Let's move some of this. I'll grab this off so you guys can see the track in action again. Just to finish off with some driving. Now, unfortunately, a lot of the BRM/Revo cars, they need a little bit of work tyre-wise, so you might hear some bit of tyre crunching. Already looks better. Yeah, the table looks better. Once all the, and again, I've got to apologise for the lack of content. It's just I haven't had stuff coming in to review, and I don't just want to put up videos for the sake of it. So once the Carrera track comes, we can do a full Carrera track build. And then I think I've got enough cameras now to do the Digital Racing League, which is on my own. That's going to be different. And my TrueSpeed controller is still broken, so I'm just waiting for some parts to arrive. We'll run on the single lane. We'll run in the middle lane. So let's move some of this stuff that we can use. We'll get ourselves a test car. Let's get a Ferrari, eh? Ferrari. Get ourselves a test car. We'll drive. Should look good with some blank covers. Yeah, I'm going to put some black. I'll put some black covers underneath the car itself, underneath the table itself. So you will see some more footage. You will see some more videos coming up, but at the moment it's just drip feeding the channel whilst I've got so much stuff going on in the background. Let me see if I can put you guys up a little bit higher so we can see what's going down. Let me see. I don't think you're going to get it all in. Get it forward. Nice to order. Yeah, he's doing the puzzle. Keep an eye on the website. I'm only doing the news once a week at the moment, so unfortunately I can't get all the news out. Again, I've been flat out with normal stuff, so I can't get the news out twice a week at the moment because I've got some other stuff happening in the background that I need to focus on. So you've got to keep your eyes on his website, which I will do. What are we running? 10 volts. Such a nice car though. The Revos are such a good car. And this is dirty track, dirty tyres. Of course, non-mag. And this Sunday, if you are watching now and you're in Melbourne, I think we've got the NSR race again this Sunday, which I'm going to try and go to. I recommend you all get down there. It's a lot of fun at Outlaw Slots. It's such a good car. That corner doesn't like me at all. And we'll run a... So we've got no braking turned on at all. And I did see, actually, I saw a post from Slotted about the new SCP-3 file. They mentioned that you get more performance. I'm not too sure what kind of performance they are talking about. So if you guys know in the chat, what do they mean by extra performance? I'm not sure that... That's so... almost. So she is, and that's stock as a rock. Such a good car. These are really good. No mag. I don't run a magnet on these. I do not, but look at that. It is so nice. So non-mag. We're not running any magnet on that. Nice and slippery. We'll get out actually, let's get out a 124. What one do we want to run? Let's run a Opel Kadett, because these cars are a lot of fun. Now the tyres do need some work. I'm setting up the service bay at the moment. If you've just joined, I've done the whole Lego area, which is going to be where I service cars, and if people are coming here racing, there's a pit area there for them. So they can have a little bit of fun there. And also at the moment the Scale Auto track isn't being built. I've got to send that back to New South Wales, so that eventually will go back to show us your slots. So 124, you're probably going to hear a little bit of tyre noise because they're not the greatest out of the box. This one's not too bad. Oh no, this one's okay. The 240Zs I found had a bit of a, I wouldn't say they're not round, but the tyres really do need some work out of the box. And this one actually goes really well. And we're only running 11 volts, so what I do is, I might turn her up. And just for you playing at home, if you are going to run a wood routed track, I do have my tester. So I went around all parts of the track to test what voltage we were running. And for me to run true 10 volt, we're actually running 10.19, and all three of the power supplies have now been tuned the same. So when you test the actual track itself, you want to make sure that they're all pulling the same volt. So these are now running 12.19, 10.19, just so you get a true reading. So now we're running 12 volt. It's going to be a bit more tail happy. All right, just how we like it. Watch out, Ferrari. Remember, non-mag, 124 scale. Awesome car. It's so good. So we'll get a 240. Let's get a 240 out. So these run, I just side swap the Ferrari. I might just move him forward a bit. So I find the BRM, being the 124 scale, they want to run higher voltage to have more fun with. Yeah, they're a bit tail happy, but I find if you run them too low on voltage, they just don't want to dance. So let's get out a 240. And I think this one might have some tyre issues, which I will true them. And then once the shed's completed, I can then focus on getting some footage and getting some content out there, because at the moment, doing content and trying to build the shed to a spot where people want to come and visit is quite tricky. So that's the 240. Let's see if this one makes some noise, and then we'll probably finish up because I need to go get some paint. So again, 12 volt. You might hear the difference in, this is screaming. And you can also control the dance. As you saw, we missed the Ferrari, and we also missed the Opel because I was playing with the trigger, so it didn't kick out everywhere. Awesome car. So let him glide through the corner, punch it down, glide through the corner. And there we go. So actually that wasn't too bad tyre-wise. I don't think that was as bad as I thought it was going to be, because some of these are really running some pretty tricky tyres. Now we had one more. Let's take a Beamer, because I haven't done a Beamer review yet, and we really should take one of these around the track. And then I can go to the hardware shop. So all these reviews will be coming. I do have to start filming ASAP. What have we got? Metal chassis. Well, actually, I'm quite interested in seeing what MR Slot does in their. So what are we running? 12 volt. So you can hear the tyres on this one. I don't know if that comes through okay, but the tyres are skipping, almost like they're not round. So they need a little bit of love. Again, no mag, Revo slot, 132 scale. Very quick, very quick. We're running 12 volt, but the tyres need a lot of work. The tyres need, let's have a quick look at them. Yeah, the tyres need a lot of work. So that's the BMW 2002. And if you can hear, it is skipping. I don't know if you can actually hear that. But what the tyre's doing, it's not flat. And you can actually see the rubber casting line or the mould line right there on the tyre. So I might just turn it down a volt down to 11. And I will explain, if I can find my multimeter, because I will do a full video. I've got some more footage that I've got to put out about the track, because we have Dave and myself, and I've got to thank Dave. He comes around a fair bit to help. We have tuned the track so each power supply has the right amount of power going down, and we've tuned that by using a multimeter whilst one of us is, here we go, and I'll quickly explain that, because it's probably good to know if you are building wood routed track, because your power supplies aren't always going to be equal. So got myself a multimeter. I'm running 3 power supplies, 1 per lane, so you've got to make sure that all 3 of them are running the right power at the same time. So what we did is, Dave was standing here as the driver. I would go to the furthest part of the track first, because this track is in 2 pieces. Got a join line here in the center. So we've got power coming to here, joins, and then power goes around. You want to make sure that right in front of you, where you're going to get a lot of power, is running, say, 10 volt, and over the back corner runs 10 volt. So what we do is put the car up with a pencil or a pen. If I can, I don't want to use anything metal so we don't short out the track. You chuck it up like so, and then hopefully we can turn on our, if it wants to, there we go. Make sure we pull it the right way. And this is what we did. We went around the track making sure that all of the power supplies are running true. And luckily for us, they're all out by the same amount. So I just want to quickly see. Oh, he's going to go. Yeah, so it's easy with 2 people, and what we did is we made sure all the power supplies were now running true 10 volt. And for us to do that, we had to change every power supply to a 0.19. So luckily with these power supplies, and I'll bring you down just so you can see, because these are really good, really handy to have. Really handy to have. And if you are just joining, thank you. Very spontaneous. We're waiting for some paint to dry. I did paint, and that looks so red. It's not that bright, I promise you. It really is not that bright. That's super bright on camera. So what we did is to run true power, so we're getting the right voltage on each lane. As you can see, we are running and I just want to make sure we are pulling amps, so we make sure that's okay. For me to do that, for us to run a true 10 volt, a true 9 volt, or a true 11 volt, you can then use your second dial to adjust your points. So you can actually dial it in. Having 0.19 on any of the volt readings gives us a true 11, a true 12, a true 13. We were very lucky because all three power supplies are tuned in at 0.19. So they're all lacking in the same area, which is really good. So we've got the three power supplies. They're running really well. But what I've got to get is a proper bracket for them. I've actually sourced some brackets so these can sit on perfectly. They're being held nicely. At the moment, they are a little bit wobbly, but we'll make that work. And then the third one also was tuned. So the way we went around and did that, grabbed our multimeter, put a car up on a pencil, went around, made sure we did our negative and positive correctly. Driver pulls the trigger, and that will give us a reading of what voltage we're running through the track. And unfortunately, setting it at a true 10 volt, we're losing a fair bit. So now we've got them all tuned. If you are building a track, you have to do that. Furthest point, closest point. We did it in multiple spots just to make sure that if we are having a club race, everyone is pulling the same voltage, so there's no cheating, but there we go. Awesome. So I've got some reviews coming out soon. We've got a lot of Revo/BRM coming out. We did get a special, if you are joining, we're about to finish up, but I'll quickly show you. We did get our Axle Box Ultra 4. Please support Alex. He supports the channel. He's a big believer in what we do, so I do thank him, and it's a really good product. Budget friendly when it comes to this kind of stuff. As you can see, we've got 4 driver's bays, and he did send me a beautiful gift, which he did not have to, so let's get that around the track very soon. Stunning looking car. We'll do a full review on that as well as a thank you to Alex. So Axle Box, what else have we got? We've been sent some of the latest, and this has taken a little bit of time to set up. I've not had the time to review them at the moment, but we've got the 3 latest AFX cars, we've got the Indy cars, and we've got the Ford Shelby, which is really, really good. And the shed has been nicely cleaned up to a point where I can actually, invite people around. And let's quickly have one more look at the Lego area, because we've got tons of Lego still to go in, and there's a lot of stuff to clean up still. It's a work in progress, but we have got some displays going on. A full curtain will be put in, a proper curtain on a rail, so we can actually open and close it. I've got to finish down this end. And then I'll start putting out all of the toys, like another power supply that will run the tyre truer. We've got a spray booth, which probably won't go here for obvious reasons. Luckily, it's very portable. The drag strip, we are setting it up. I've got it in place now. Once it's all cleaned up, this will be the HO drag area. And then of course, underneath, I can store some more goodies, but it does need a good clean. Heaps of Hot Wheels stuff. The second channel I have not had a chance to put stuff up on yet, but I will be dipping into other toys and hobbies. But as you can see, I do love, my son builds these. Luckily for me, I don't have the time to build them, but my son builds all the Lego Speed Champions. And he's an absolute legend. He's only 6 years old and he's smashing 10 plus, 9 plus, and he builds them beautifully. Like, this is all him. So I got to say thanks to that slot car kid. He absolutely loves it. So we've got some more of that there. We've got slot cars everywhere, full of Hot Wheels, which I'll probably be selling my collection because I want to focus just on RC and die-cast, but we've got stuff everywhere. We've got sets everywhere. It's a mess, but we'll get there. All right, legends, thank you for tuning in. Again, another little random live. We are painting the table for the Carrera track. The Carrera digital project is going to be going on. We have got some good cameras. I'm going to do a pilot video very soon once the latest track comes. The reason I'm waiting on some new track, the 230s, which you can see here, are really good, but once we start hitting 160s, that's where we have issues with ghost cars. And you'll see what I mean once I start doing the videos, why that is very important. So I've got to try and get rid of having any of these tight corners. So we've got some 415s coming, which is a very big one on the floor here. Got some 415s coming. We've got some 330s. So a set of 330s, set of 315s, and a set of 220s with inside-outside borders, which give us a little bit more playing room. So there you go. Getting there. Cheers, legends. Be safe. Take care. Bye. How do I turn this off? Well, there we go.